Hey everyone, welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. Today we're going to be sharing the latest future Atomic Shop items that's meant to be coming into the game. Now with this kind of being a data mine, some of these may be linked with the new Season 24, so it might be a little mix up with some of them as they may differ, but for the most part a lot of these items will be Atomic Shop only. Now this time round I've got all of the images from DSJ, who shared them all in the Fallout 76 data mining community. I'll share the link for the community and DSJ over on Twitter in the description down below, so shout out to them for providing the community with all these images. Now I don't have an in-game description of what these items are actually called, so just excuse my really poor description of whatever comes up on the screen. We'll just go with the flow, see what comes up. And finally, my last little ask before we dive into the images: please help support the channel, hit that like button. I've just literally in the last couple of days booked my wedding for August, so I need to grind out as much as possible, I guess. So every little like button that you can give would be absolutely massive because it shares it to more people, and the more views, the more money it makes, the more money towards the wedding. So please make my life a little bit easier. Anyways, let's dive in and check out the latest data mines. Alright, the first items on the list is going to be this new reskin of a lamppost, and as you can see it's got the kind of autumnal look going on with it. Nothing too crazy, but here's another image of them just there in case you want to see them actually lit up. Now after that we've got a couple of images of the new kind of nose ring that's coming in for the Radhog. This was a item which is recently added in terms of the Radhog as a pet for your camp, and now we're going to be getting some customization for it. Now something that you might have seen in the community already, this is possibly the coolest item in here. You know what, I don't even know if it is, but it's definitely one of them because there are some really awesome items in this. This is like a kind of Roman centurion kind of helmet thing, really linking in with that Caesar's Legion kind of look from, of course, New Vegas, and kind of linking in with the TV show now as well, with that kind of all being in the same kind of areas in a sense. But yeah, lots of cool stuff on the way, and there's even more to come kind of themed around this very soon, which you'll see in just a moment. Now before you see the next ones, the next image is something which I also really like, and this is a gas mask as well. I love anything kind of World War II themed, and this for me looks really cool. You might argue it's more World War I, I'm not entirely sure, but either way it looks really cool. Now to match that helmet which we've just seen a moment ago, this is now going to be the entire outfit to match. And I know some people might kind of complain about this as it's kind of law breaking in a sense, I guess, because obviously we're in a completely different area to New Vegas, and I believe this is what the actual high up boss wears in New Vegas. Excuse the fact that I don't know all the names for everyone from New Vegas. The game came out like 15 years ago or something. Sorry, I haven't played it since. Needless to say though, this is one hell of a looking item getting added into the game, and obviously it's kind of getting thrown in there off the back of the TV show. Now a couple more items which I actually personally really like, and I believe these are going to link in with that gas mask. This is kind of like a medic's kind of explorer kind of outfit. It's got the tunic kind of thing on there which makes it does like kind of look like that kind of medic explorer kind of vibe, but there's also a male one to match. So there you go, there's an image there with the gas mask on, and then we also have this male one as well, which is a responder kind of theme one. Kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones weirdly, like I don't know, kind of Nazi Germany, kind of Indiana Jones. Let me know what you think about it. Either way, I do think this is a nice looking item. I think it does look really cool with that kind of belt going over the top of it, with the stim packs, the scissors and everything on there. I really like the look of that, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing this thrown into the game. Now if you want a new camp pet to match that new outfit, there's going to be an albino Radhog getting added into the game apparently. Look at that thing, definitely something which I haven't actually seen in the game, but I'm hoping this means that it is possible. If you have seen one in the game, please do let me know because I haven't seen one personally. Thinking about it now, this would be awesome if it is in the game, like a really rare drop kind of thing going on, which you'd get like with Radstags and stuff. It would kind of make sense. You get albino Radstag, so why not an albino Radhog? Please, someone confirm that. Now next up is a new collector called the Shredder, and according to other data mines which I have found in the data mining Discord, link in the description for that, this is going to be collecting a variety of different junk items, but it also has a chance to find you some magazines as well, so something that we've not seen entirely before in the game, but definitely want to keep an eye out for. Now one, just to really confuse your mind even more if you're into your lore and everything like that, we have a flag for the NCR, which again, heavily related to the TV show. How much is it related to the actual Fallout 76? I'm not really entirely sure, because realistically, it's not in the game. Obviously, we haven't seen anything of the NCR, and it's a different region altogether. I don't know how close California is to Ohio. Oh my god, I just googled it, and apparently it's 2,000 400 miles away. So it's literally on the other side of America. So why has this been thrown into the game? I can understand the hate for this one because that really does not make any sense. And then I guess it kind of doesn't make any sense that we're going to be getting the actual like Caesar's Legion outfits as well. Because yeah, I have no idea. Let me know what you think though down in the comments below. Now, fitting the theme of that lamp that we've seen earlier on, there is also going to be a new wall set coming in, similar to what we have seen in the past, but this one obviously going to have some autumn coloured leaves on it. Now, something new which I don't know what this actually is. There's only one picture of this for the moment, as far as I can see, like scanning over them, and it's literally just a bunch of metal kind of pipe things. So I don't know what this actually is and what it's going to be, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one. If anyone knows the name of the actual file itself, drop a comment below because I would like to hear what this is actually meant to be. Now, potentially themed around St. Patrick's Day, potentially. This is going to be a new leprechaun that's getting thrown into the mix. As you can see, just a small little guy, kind of like a plushie, but more like the kind of Vault Girl gnome that you can get from the treasure hunters, I believe it is. But yeah, just a random little item getting thrown into the mix there. Now, fitting the theme of that autumnal items, here is a little archway that you can get as well for your camp. There's a new kind of surgeon's kind of wall that you can get by the look of it as well. Really fitting the theme of a kind of rustic kind of hospital vibe. There's a bunch of new radioactive signs coming in as well. You've got this one here. As you go through, you've got a couple more with this one. That's what it looks like in the game. Kind of like that, to be fair. It doesn't look too bad at all. You've also got this kind of rectangular shaped one before moving on to a brand new sofa, which is very similar to the other sofas which we have seen in recent times, so nothing too exciting. I think it's a Chesterfield sofa, but I feel like we've seen loads of these now. There's a new one of them dodgy balls that people touch and tell your fortunes, a fortune teller ball, I think it is. I don't know what you actually call this thing, but one of them's coming in by the look of it. There's a box of dynamite, which I don't know what the crack is with this, but I did see that Turtle just uploaded a video in the last few days around dynamite, and I don't know if it's linked to this or if he's linking it to Minerva. I have no idea, but yeah, boxes of dynamite. Is it just a camp item or what? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. There's a new table and chairs set that you can see there, kind of like a diner theme. A new counter which you can get set up as well. Doesn't appear to be one of the ones that you can snap together. This just looks like one kind of large singular item in its like own kind of entity. And then we've got something kind of confusing as well, but of course, like I say, linking in with the TV show. I really want to know though, guys, are you bothered if stuff like this is in the game, or are you kind of down for Fallout 76 to be this kind of accumulation of everything going on in the Fallout world where they can throw things in like this and we can just enjoy it? Let me know what you think. Overall though, it does look like a pretty cool sign, and that's a really good picture for it. There's a new kind of furnace, potentially generator on the way. I'm saying generator because at the very top of the item it does look as though there's a conduit on the top. So this is potentially a connector for a kind of fusion generator kind of thing, but obviously this won't be burning coal or wood or whatever it may be. This image does show like a wire coming off it as well, so does that one. So yeah, kind of gives it away. I should have really looked ahead before saying what it was, but yeah, generator no doubt. Now the next item is going to be another stash box by the looks of it. This one's just going to be a evidence stash box by the kind of design of it being a safe. I think a new vehicle on the way as well with this responders vehicle. One thing I don't fully understand, and I may be off with my lore here, but this is a vehicle themed around the responders, correct? So the responders clearly had vehicles after the war, so why can't we have vehicles? Someone please correct me on all that information, but yeah, I thought all the vehicles kind of died out after the nuclear war, and that's why we can't use them, but clearly my lore is completely out the window here and I know nothing. Interesting camp item though, if you want this. It's a bridge type part of the building that you can add onto your camp. As you can see, it's connected to two walls and floor pieces, so you can kind of snap that along. I mean, technically you can just make this yourself with other camp pieces, I guess, but if you wanted this item on its own kind of standalone item, then feel free to take this from the Atomic Shop when it comes in. A new prefab is on the way. I actually really like the look of this one. It is a 24/7 diner, and you can see there, it looks like an alright sized item. Here's a look of what it would be like on the inside, very similar to the ones that you'd find kind of dotted around the game. Comes with quite a wide foundation on it as well, as you can see there, so it might be a hard one to actually place down. Another one out there as well is going to be this police department. Kind of looks really cool. However, only one image of this one at the moment, so it could be very early in development. Now it looks like we're going to be getting some more responders themed items because we've got a new responder kind of collectron on the way with a Mr. Gutsy responder variation of it. So this one definitely looks cool, and hopefully there's a lot of love out there for the responders, and who knows, maybe we're going to see more of them in the future. An interesting kind of new vending skin for the little vending machine items there. Not sure what this one's meant to be. Could it be army related? No idea. Another new vendor on the way. You've got this reskin of all of the other variations of this reskin that we've got in the game now. This one's got like a bit of a bottle cap on the top of it, but nothing really too crazy, to be fair. Like, I literally looked at it at first and thought, well, what's the difference between this and the other ones that we got? There's some new letters on the way. These ones kind of look like an old theatre kind of design there. Kind of like a Great Gatsby vibe, as you can see on screen. Now, it's been a while since we've seen any more editions of this thrown in. This one is going to be a design of them kind of window covers that you can get, but this one's going to be like a metal kind of chain design that you put over your windows. Two different variations, as you can see. Then we've got this kind of damaged looking door that you can get as well, kind of reminding you of like a proper apocalyptic world where you just fill in a smashed window with anything you can find. Now, I'm not sure what you'd call this one, whether it be a camera, whether it be a motion sensor, could be absolutely anything. I don't think it's a camera though, but kind of looks cool nonetheless. There's a new building kit up on the way as well with that kind of abandoned vibe, fitting the theme of that door and stuff that we've just seen there. Looks like there's a good few different variations as well of the different walls, windows, roof pieces, everything like that. There is all of them on screen now for you if you want to check that out. I like the kind of overgrown, kind of mossy vibe that it's got with it as well. Who knows, maybe a popular one. A new lamppost is on the way. The new jetpack getting thrown in, which will make a lot more sense in a moment when you see the full kind of design of the power armor. A new cryolator on the way with that responder theme as well. I'm going to presume this will be the skin for the cryolator and not a legendary variation. I've just realized what it is. So if you haven't seen the PTS patch notes and stuff like that, there's a new quality of life feature coming in around photo mode where you can put on your own kind of light box when taking pictures in photo mode to kind of create these designs. And that's what this is. This must be different variations. You've got the green light, you've got this kind of purple light, and you had the black and white light a moment ago. Now, next up on some of the coolest looking items that's getting thrown in here, again, it is NCR, so you might not like that. I don't know, let me know. But this is a Ranger power armor outfit. Like, how cool is this? Like a skin for it. Overall, I do think this is amazing. Technically, we already had the kind of Ranger outfit from the very start of the game, so in a sense, I know everyone cried about that at the start, so maybe that'll continue. Not entirely sure, like I keep saying. But this does look really cool. You've got to kind of give credit where it's due. This is a really awesome looking power armor skin in my opinion. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this getting thrown into the game. Now, if you thought that the really cool power armor skins were going to stop there, well, think again, because there's also this Lady of Liberty kind of themed item coming in as well, which I think looks really awesome. Like, I don't know what this will be actually for, like types of power armor and stuff. I'm guessing it's just going to be a skin for all of them potentially. But overall, a really awesome looking skin. Definitely one to look forward to. There's a new skin coming in for the Super Sledge. I think it has a Brotherhood of Steel icon on it, but I may be wrong. A new skin for the Combat Rifle / Fixer coming in as well with a blue kind of theme with a yellow star. There's a new fishing rod on the way as well. Looks to have like a kind of green glowing line to it, as you can see there. A new floater as well with this kind of dodgy looking fish with tinsel on it. A new collector as well themed around Fashnat. A couple of different images of that going on there. Kind of a cool looking item. According to Blobby in the Fallout 76 data mining community, this is a resource collector called the Pepino Collectron, and it's an Atomic Shop item collecting one item every 9 minutes. Holds up £10 of items, and it's going to be collecting circus themed items like toy car, accordion, gumdrops, pepperoni roll, rat poison, or a bowling pin. Funky new helmet looks to be coming in as well. This could potentially be linked to the new Love Hurts mini-season on the way, as it is right next to this big kind of poster that is also meant to be coming into the game as well. Got a little Vault-Tec briefcase coming in. Could be a loot bag, could be something else. We'll have to wait and see. There is the front of that helmet, which we seen a moment ago as well. Definitely looking like an interesting kind of item there. Linking in with that Love Hurts kind of themed items, we've got a bunch of little signs as well, which, well, technically is 2 signs with kind of lots of little things attached to them. You've got raiding and killing. All I want to do today, killing and raiding. Roses are dead, violets are too, the nukes obliterated all except my love for you. I absolutely mashed up the words of that, but hey ho. Now I shared this in my recent video about upcoming kind of cool changes getting thrown in, and this is a legendary compound bow with already some prefixed legendary attributes on it. It does have a really cool unique design, however apparently you cannot change the legendary attributes on it, so one to keep an eye out for. Now finally, the last item on the entire list, I feel like this has been quite a long one, lots of stuff being data mined by DSJ. This is going to be a new shelter, and as you can see it's got a kind of normal kind of you know what it is? Hang on a minute. Is it what I think it is? Right, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is extremely similar to Good Springs, the saloon in Good Springs in Fallout New Vegas. Am I right? Am I wrong? Like when you come in here, that bit there looks like the bit where you first come in. I don't think it was a poker table in there, but it kind of fits the theme. As you go through, you got another like little crafting thing, which I think is out the back. And then you've got this main room here with the bar and stuff set up, which is very similar to how it's set up in the game as well. Let me know if that's the case. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm not entirely sure, but that's what it looks like to me. Does look like a pretty cool item though, and something which will probably sell really well if this is all bundled together with that NCR stuff that we seen earlier. So potentially a really cool looking set of stuff. That though, ladies and gentlemen, is all of the Datamined Atomic Shop items as of right now at the start of January. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe and go check out and join the Discord and everything like that if you would like to join it and keep up to date with all the Datamined information. For now though, that's it from me, so thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.